Aquarius, what's going on with my aqua mommies and aqua poppies? It's your girl D with 8th house energy, here to bring you a general reading for July 2020. I hope all is well with you guys and that you are enjoying your summer as best you can. You're staying germ free and sucker free, doing right by you and your people. I do want to tell you that I appreciate all the love and support you give to the channel. This will not resonate with every Aquarius placement that you have, so take what resonates, leave the rest. There will be an extended to this video, so the link is going to be in the box below. Alright, so Aquarius, let's get you 5 cards and let's get your reading out. So the first deck of cards that I'm using is from, too many. It's going to be from the Dreams of Gaia deck. I really love this deck. I'm getting to learn these cards here. I'm going to start using this deck a lot more often because the message of these cards are so intense and so dope that I just could not refuse. Alright. We need 2 more. Okay. Alright. Let's see what's going on here. So, we got the current energy here, which is the Queen of Air. Okay, look at these cards. So, I'm going to be using the book for these just to get a little bit of energy to go on here, and then I will take it from there. But with the Queen of Air, 226. Let's see what's going on with you. This is appropriate for you. This is air energy. So this is being observant, being wise, being truthful, being analytical, being a strategist, being just, and making sure that there is detachment. So this is all about using discernment. Okay, this is all about staying away from emotional energy in a situation, but using your analytical abilities, which is something that you have no problem doing, Aquarius. This is about time to be realistic, being observant, planning and organizing, being decisive and precise, and choosing your words with care and sticking to the facts. Okay, but don't allow your intellect to alienate the situation. So this is more so like the King and the Queen of Cups energy. So using discernment, looking for the facts in the situation, disregarding anything other than, but at the same time not being so cold where you're alienating people because you're just looking for the facts. All right, you do want to do it with you want to do it by being fair. Okay, so that's the current situation of the energy that you're in. The challenge to doing this is the Ace of Water. Okay, here's the Ace of Water cup. So let's take a look at the Ace of Water card, not the Ace of Water cup. So let's take a look at the definition in reference to the Ace of Cups. So this could be a love situation here that you may be experiencing or having a concern with. Okay, because this is new emotions, new feelings. So some of you maybe have met someone, okay, and you're trying to use discernment in reference to your feelings. You're trying to look at this from a logical standpoint, trying to make sure that you are not letting your passions overrule your intellect. But you're really excited about this new beginning, and you do want to take a leap of faith with it, and you want to open your heart, and you're ready for this new relationship. So a lot of you are ready for it. All right, so that's the challenge. It's like you're trying to balance between the logical and your emotion, and that can be challenging for air signs, specifically Aquarius. But you guys are in this feeling right now because you're definitely looking at a new love situation here. Beautiful energy. All right, so don't overthink it. Just look at it from a discerning point, a standpoint. Don't get all don't be all cold, but at the same time be fair and just. All right, just match this person's energy until you see that you don't need to anymore. All right, so the next card that we have is Earth energy. And this card is what your spirit guides, guardian angels, and ancestors want you to keep in mind during this process here where you're discovering love. So this is called Heaven Earth. Okay, so let's see what Heaven Earth energy is all about. So with the Heaven Earth energy, this energy talks of as above, so below, nature, humanity, magic, mundane, material, and immaterial. So this is separating. Separation is an illusion. Okay, you have to center and align yourself. You're a spiritual being in a physical body, and your spirit dwells in nature. So the universe is saying experience life and learn from your experience. Symbiotic relationships. Harm the planet and you harm humanity. So this card is about balancing and putting things into perspective. So it's all about balancing your emotions and balancing your feelings. I'm sorry, your intellect. Balancing your intellect, balancing your emotions. And some of you may be able to do this by going out into nature, tapping into the resources that the universe has to offer you, going by water, okay, to tap into more of your emotional aspect. Going out into the universe, going out into the parks, and maybe going out and putting your feet in the grass and in the sand to connect with the universe so that you're more balanced in your approach and your perspective to things. All right. So this is what the universe wants you to focus on. It says you are a spiritual being, a soul living in a physical body in order to experience and learn from life. You are here to learn from those experiences in order to grow and evolve. It is important to integrate and ground your belief in a higher power or the intangible here on the physical plane. Know that spirit, the divine, dwells in all things of earth, sky, and water. Honor spirit here on earth. To be spiritual does not necessarily require that you pray or follow a particular religious path. Spirituality is about connection. It's about taking a moment to watch the sunrise or the sunset and to know your center that you are, to know at your center that you are part of something larger. So this is just to get you to get grounded and to tap into your higher self. Okay, it's not just always about emotion or logic. All right, it's about using your intellect as well, using your emotion as well as using your intuition. Okay, so for some of you to tap into that intuitive energy again, you may need to go out into nature, and that might help you to get centered and grounded. All right, so the fourth card that we have is where your head is at. Now this card is called the crone. Okay, this is where your head is at right now. So let's see what the crone energy is all about. This crone energy is tapping into your feminine energy. It's fearlessness, authenticity, individuality. It's all about independence. It's all about freedom and your shadow self. Now, this is about understanding your true nature and who you are. Okay, this is about a life of your own design. Okay, untapped power and potential that you have within you. Do what's necessary, not what's expected. And it is time to be fierce and fight back, to be unbowed and unapologetic, to respect and cherish your elders, and a direct and forthright approach is needed. So this crone is unafraid. This is a crone. She's a proud and mature older woman. This is her energy, okay? She's an aging woman who is no longer influenced by the need to reproduce or parental responsibilities. So some of you are at a stage where it's like, okay, I have my children. I'm not interested. Some of you will be a little bit more mature, okay, in age, maybe your 40s, 50s, 60s. You could be in your 30s. It doesn't matter. You could be someone who's in your 20s. It's just that, you don't want that type of life where it's like, okay, married, 3 kids, blah, blah, blah. Though you may have met someone that you have a connection with, what could be bothering you is that the fact that, you don't know what type of lifestyle this person wants to live. You're not interested in that cookie cutter traditional lifestyle. You may not want to have children. You may have children and may not want to bring more children into the world. You may say, okay, I don't care if my partner that I meet, my new partner has children, but I personally don't want children. So this is all about being in control of your life and living the independent life that you want to live. Some of you may be feeling like this love that's coming in this love situation may compromise that. And this is why you're so, out of balance when it comes to this particular new situation here. This is someone you really love, but at the same time, you may not be ready for a serious relationship, and you may not be ready for one that's somewhat traditional. Okay, so that could be what it is too. All right, so this is someone who This is someone who's comfortable with that. They're comfortable in their own skin. They're comfortable with who they are. So you are someone who doesn't have to conform to the traditional ways of what goes on as far as traditional relationships. Maybe you've met someone here and you care about them. They could be the ones who are in love with you, and you may not be ready for a real relationship yet. So then the last card here talks about perception. Let's see what perception is about. Because perception and the crone are both major arcana in this deck. So perception, and I'll show you the card when I read it to you here. So here we go. So here's perception. These are beautiful cards, right? So perception talks about understanding, a worldview, opinion of self, clarity, objectivity. So, your perception shapes your worldview, right? Understanding what you sense tells you. Understand what your senses tell you. So listening to your emotional side, your intellectual side, your logic side, and your intuitive side, and listening to your senses. Okay, so you're combining all three of these, and you're deciding what works for you as far as the lifestyle that you want, and getting the perception of what it is that you want. Okay, your perception, you may be dealing with someone, you may be afraid that their perception is limited compared to yours, or maybe your perception is clouded. Okay, that could be the case. This is seeking a new perspective. So maybe in the past you felt like, I didn't want to be in a relationship, I didn't want children, and maybe you're changing your mind now. Or maybe it's vice versa. Maybe you thought you wanted a relationship. Maybe you thought you wanted children. Maybe you thought you wanted that white picket fence and you wanted marriage. Maybe you're feeling that you don't want that now. So some of you are going through an ascension and a change. You may have come out of those types of relationships, those traditional relationships, and you realize they're not for you. Some of you may have been in a state where you weren't in those traditional relationships. You were out having fun, and now you may want to settle down. So you have to represent yourself honestly. This is what this card talks about here. Okay, so whatever this connection is with this person, first of all, you have to be comfortable with who you are. Okay, get in contact with your intuition, your emotions, and your intellect. Okay, so that you are able to know what it is that you truly want, and you're able to stand and live by your truth, and you're able to give the perception of what it is that you truly want, so that people are not misunderstanding. There's no confusion. Nobody's feelings are hurt, because everybody knows up front, this is who I am, this is me. You're going to have to accept it as such. Okay, and someone could be saying that to you, Aquarius. Okay, they could be telling you, this is me, this is who I am. In order for you to love me, you have to accept me for what I bring to the table and for who I am. These are my beliefs. This is what I feel. This is what makes me happy. Right? So that's what we got with the Gaia Tarot here. So let's see how that connects in reference to the next set of cards we put out here. So what we're going to do is we're going to do an extended. I don't know if I said that, but if I didn't, the link is going to be in the box below. So we got the Five of Swords in reverse as the current situation. Now with the Five of Swords in reverse, that's your energy, Aquarius. So this Five of Swords in reverse could talk about the fact that you're coming out of mental conflict, or you're coming out of confusion about things. And then we have that clarified with the Three of Cups. So this could be just a matter of you realizing that maybe you want to reconnect with someone, or maybe it was a bad idea to reconnect with someone. Let's see. Maybe you just want to be friends. Okay, you don't want to be in anything serious because you don't want the head games and the mind games that come with it. Because let's talk about what happened in the past here. Because in the past we have the Six of Wands in reverse. You weren't so lucky in love. Okay, or the relationship that you were in, you felt that maybe there was a loss there. You weren't victorious in that situation. Some of you, this is just you saying, you know what? In the past, I played games. I was someone who was in third-party situations. I wasn't serious and sincere with my lovers. Some of you had a reputation of, not wanting to settle down. It could have gone either way, all right? But more recently, something has changed. So what's changed in the recent past? All right? What's changed in the recent past is a major transformation. We got the Death card here. So some of you are changing your ways, your views, your perspective on things, just like we talked about in the last spread. Now, what's the crowning energy? What's the crowning energy? Crowning energy is the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So some of you You may have put too much work into a situation that wasn't benefiting you. It could have been a relationship where, you know what, you put so much work and effort in this relationship, you found out that your person was messing around on you. And once you got to that point where you accepted that, a transformation occurred. And you realize, you know what, I put too much damn effort, energy, and work into this situation. I'm not willing to put in any more work. I'm bored with this. I don't want it anymore. Okay? Some of you may be feeling like that about your current relationship. On the flip side, those of you who are players, you may feel like, you know what, I put too much energy and effort into not pursuing relationships. Because the Eight of Pentacles in reverse could also talk about lack of ambition, lack of work, lack of interest in something. Okay? So let's see what the future holds for you. So what's the future like? Okay, so we have the Two of Cups in reverse. So some of you are saying, you know what? I really don't want to be in a relationship right now. I do want to be single. Okay, some of you just don't have an interest in continuing the relationship that you're in anymore because you may have found out that your person has not been true to you. Okay, you may be feeling like you're just unhappy in the relationship that you're in and you want to get away from the mind games, the mental manipulation. Some of you, your person is cheating on you and you just don't want anything to do with it anymore. Okay, with this Two of Cups in reverse, also, this is just about disinterest. So some of you, you're single, and in the future, you want to continue to be single. You're just not interested in a love connection. Let's talk about what's in your fears. What's in my fears of Aquarius? We have the Queen of Cups. Okay, so you're afraid of you're afraid of maybe giving love, support, and attention to a person, and you feel like you may be doing that in vain. Some of you, you're afraid that you're going to meet someone who's going to fall in love with you, and you're not interested in that because then this person's going to, oh, I can't take that because I don't remember what side it was on. All right. So how does this person see you, or how do people see you when it comes to this situation, Aquarius? Okay, so we have the Chariot. So someone sees you moving on. Someone sees that you're no longer in this connection. You no longer want to be in this connection, especially for those of you who have a partnership. This person is seeing you as someone who no longer wants to be in this relationship. It could be because, again, I'm getting third-party energy here, and you to the point where you just don't even... Death is just not about ending a relationship. It's about changing. You just don't feel the same way anymore. You don't feel the same way anymore with death. Okay, that's death. Death, it transforms your emotions. Okay, we're dealing with Scorpio here. We're dealing with the emotional house. Okay, we're dealing with a permanent change in your feelings. You will never feel the same way you felt before, about this person again or about this relationship again. No matter if you get back together or you leave this person, the feelings have changed. Okay, it's a permanent change. And in your hopes, we have the Ten of Cups in reverse. So some of you just want out. You want out. For those of you who are single, you don't want to be in a serious relationship, So people may see you as someone who comes and goes, okay? You don't want to settle down, and that's okay. As long as you're being honest with people and you're letting people know, look, I'm just interested in having fun. I don't want to be in a relationship. I don't want to hurt you. I don't want you to, get to the point where you're falling in love with me, but yet at the same time, you know that I'm not interested in anything serious. For those of you who are in a relationship where your partner is not, some of you, the outcome here is you're just happy single. And then some of you who are in a relationship with someone who's cheating on you, you're unhappy in that relationship, and you know that you will be happiest single. Okay? Some of you realize your partner is just, greedy, and they just want wish fulfillment. They just want to tap into any other energy, but they're not focused on the relationship. Okay, the person who's single, they want to be single. They want to tap into other energy. They don't want to be serious. And it's okay. Okay, that spread that we did previously, that talked about people who have a different perspective. Some people want to be single. Aquarius energies, a lot of Aquarius don't mind being single compared to a lot of other signs. The overall energy is the Star card in reverse because you don't want to be miserable. You don't want to be depressed, okay? And so for you to not be depressed, number one, you have to accept who you are for you. Society's views and ways may not fit for you. You're not the person, for some of you, you're not that white picket fence, 2.5 kids in a house type individual. That's the type of stuff that makes you depressed. Some of you who are in a relationship right now that's not working, and your partner is just mental stress, aggravation, your partner seeing other people, They'd rather be out drinking and having fun and partying. You know, they don't put any time or effort into the relationship. Some of you are getting depressed as a result of this. Some of you are drinking. Some of you are the ones who are doing a lot of drinking and partying. We got a lot of cups here, okay? And with the star card in reverse, this could talk about addictions. So some of you, you know, your addiction is what you're happy with. Your addiction is what's ruining your relationship. For those of you who may be in a third party situation, you wanting to go out and party and hang out is what could be interfering with your connection with your partner. Well, guess what? Your partner is ready to go, or you see this action in your partner and you're ready to go. All right, is what I'm getting here for some of you. So there's 3 different scenarios here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into the extended and we're going to find out a little bit more about this. You know, especially with the 2 of Cups in reverse in the future here. Is this a divorce, a separation, a split up? Your person sees you as leaving. Are you relocating? Are you moving? Okay. Why do you feel that this is not a success? Is it because your partner's been lying to you about a third party situation? And if so, you know, is this why your feelings change towards this person, or are you just bored with the situation and you're not happy? Okay, so we're going to find these things out and we're going to do that in the extended. So the link's going to be in the box below. Aquarius, let me know if you resonated with this reading. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the extended or in the next reading. Peace out.